I'm going to be honest with you. What you've been taught about manifestation is probably completely wrong. I see people in my YouTube comments every single day saying things like, well, it didn't work for me, so it doesn't work. Or I've been trying for years and I still haven't manifested what it is I want. And then other people are like, oh, just another person selling snake oil. And maybe you feel the same sometimes. I definitely know I have in my journey. You're watching others become mega successful, living the high life, hitting $30,000 plus a month. Maybe they're falling in love, they're glowing up. And the whole time you're wondering, why is it working for them, but not for me? I've been there. And honestly, I think every single person who is learning about manifestation has. So today we're going to talk about if your manifestations feel slow, stuck, or delayed, you're making one critical mistake that is sabotaging everything. And today I'm breaking down exactly what this is, why that happens, and how to fix it. Fix this one thing and you'll manifest what you want faster than you ever thought possible. Unfortunately, if you don't understand what I'm going to be sharing here today, you'll spend years doing things like visualizing, scripting, and affirming while you and everything around you stays exactly the same. You'll watch everybody else win while you're stuck in the same patterns with the same problems and living the same level of life, which is what we don't want. And honestly, you'll probably become one of those people in my comments who says things like, manifestation doesn't work, when the real problem is you never learned how it actually works. So if you want what you learned today to stick, be sure to take notes and leave them in the comments. This is literally the difference between you manifesting what you want or being one of those people complaining about it not working for you and watching everyone else have it work for them. I spent the last 10 plus years studying this and applying it to my life, totally transforming, going from $6,000 a month on average to hitting my record month of $91,344, as well as manifesting other dreams like running retreats, moving across the country, and all sorts of cool shit. Over the course of my career, I've also helped over 100 students understand and break through their manifestation blocks and what's stopping them from getting results so they can finally start creating the results that they want. Like my client Brett, who before working with me was stuck at $60,000 a month for several years, just couldn't break through, and is now hitting $120,000 a month consistently after we spent some time earlier this year working together one-on-one. So it's safe to say between me and my other clients, this stuff works. Hey family, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Chris. I made my first million in business by 25, and now I'm documenting the lessons that I'm learning on my path to earning $1 million a year doing what I love. On this channel, I share simple, proven strategies around mindset, productivity, manifestation, and business that have helped me and hundreds of others win. So if you want to get out of your own way and you want to start finally winning at the level you know you're capable of, be sure to subscribe. So again, we're going to be talking about why your manifestations are slow. And I want to ask you something really quick. Have you ever wondered why it seems like other people can manifest effortlessly while you or other people seem to struggle for years? Those people attract success, money, and opportunities like a magnet, while other people can't seem to catch a break no matter how hard they try or what they try. One person visualizes their dream life and it shows up within months, while other people do the same practices every day for years with nothing to show for it. Some people just seem lucky, like they just get it handed to them. Everything flows to them naturally, while others feel like they're pushing against the universe or fighting with themselves. The thing is, these are not random differences. There's a fundamental principle at work that explains why some people manifest quickly while others stay stuck. And it has nothing to do with how much you visualize, you script, you affirm. The difference comes down to understanding one crucial thing. The universe doesn't respond to the things that you say you want. It responds to the state of mind that you are in. And that's where most people get it completely wrong. Can I be honest with you again? Manifestation doesn't work because it isn't about it working or not working. It always works. It can't not work. In fact, you've been manifesting your entire life. Only you've probably been manifesting the things that you don't want, not the things you do want. Allow me to explain. Most people overcomplicate this process. They make manifestation seem like it's some mystical, magical, or magnificent thing, when in reality, haha, get it? It's actually not at all. It's super simple. The definition I love about manifestation is this. Manifestation is a thought fully realized and brought to completion, a thought or idea materialized. In other words, manifesting is the process of bringing an idea or a thought to completion, to a physical or tangible outcome. This applies equally to negative or positive thoughts and ideas. The universe doesn't give a shit. I'm sure you can think of at least one time in your life you've worried about something that later happened. It's like the story of Job in Christian theology. He admitted that all of my deepest fears have come to pass. I'll be the first to admit it to you. I've manifested all sorts of things that I didn't want. Breakups and relationship problems, financial mishaps like losing clients or losing cash, other things like injuries, illness, and personal problems galore. The sad part is that you and I would say everybody, are naturally much better at manifesting negative things than positive things. Our upbringings conditioned us to crave chaos, pain, and scarcity. So we get addicted to self-sabotage and attracting negativity into our lives. It's this awful self-fulfilling prophecy of sorts. We get so wrapped up in the past, whether it's consciously or unconsciously, so we can't help but attract or repeat it in one form or another. That is until we realize this and begin to shift our focus. Have you ever heard the old adage that the windshield is bigger than the rear view for a reason? So real quick, let's just look at this. So we have our big windshield here, and then we have this little itty bitty rear view mirror. This is super true, and it's honestly one of my favorite ways to explain why manifesting the things we want can be a slow process. Bob Proctor, is one of my teachers, said it perfectly. The reason why people don't get what they want is because they're too mentally and emotionally involved in what they don't want. So think of it like this. Obviously, this windshield is bigger than the rear view for a reason. The rear view mirror represents what you don't want, the past you are running away from, the current circumstances that you are sick of, the problems that keep you up at night, the self-sabotaging patterns that keep you stuck, and on and on. That's the rear view mirror, and that's unfortunately what most people focus on. And then we have the windshield, and the windshield represents what you do want, the dream lifestyle that you constantly fantasize about, the fat stacks of cash that you want to receive every single month, the confident, attractive, and magnetic version of yourself, and the recognition from others as you positively impact and inspire them, and on and on. The reason your manifestations are slow is because you are energetically bound to the things you don't want. In other words, you're addicted at looking at the rear view mirror, all the stuff you don't want, rather than staying focused on the windshield, which is all of the things you do want. Your state of mind was programmed to hold you and your manifestations back. Think of it this way. If you're staring at the rear view mirror the whole time you drive, you can't be surprised when you crash into the same old reality. The reason your manifestation is not coming to fruition, or it's happening very slowly, is this. You are not in harmony with what you want. If you were, you would already have what you want. Again, the universe doesn't respond to the things you say you want. It responds to the state of mind that you are in most of the time. And that's where most people get this wrong. They believe they need to do more to manifest. More visualization, more scripting, more affirmations, more learning. But manifestation is not a checklist. It's not a points on the scoreboard type of thing. It's a reflection of you. Your outer world will always be harmonious with your dominant state of mind. Your beliefs, your thoughts, your emotions, and your self-image, as well as the behavior that you exhibit. And these practices, such as visualization, scripting, or soaking your mind with inspiring ideas via videos or learning or whatever, are really only there to do one thing, at the core. Shift your predominant state of mind to match what it is you want. The universe will never react to your wishes. It will always respond to your state of mind. So if you're saying, well, I want to earn $20,000 a month doing what I love, but your state of mind is thinking, feeling, and acting from, I am not good enough for that. I am not safe if I do that. I'm not worthy of that. Oh, I'm in need of money. You can guess what happens next. Your manifestations are slowed down or they completely stall because your state of mind cancels out the order that you place with the universe. Why is that? Well, let me show you exactly why this happens and how you can avoid it, as well as fix it in the future. There are 4 fixes off the top of my head that I want to cover with you today. Strategy 1 is fix your energetic contradiction. So as you can see here, I've drawn this stick figure with a confused face, and he's sending off all sorts of different energy. He's got some squiggles over here, some straight lines there, and some like lightning bolt looking shit going on right there. And unfortunately, most of the time that's you. You've created a contradictory signal to the universe. You want something, but your frequency isn't on the same wavelength. And your frequency is created by your current and predominant state of mind. So here's what this looks like again. You're saying, I want to earn $20,000 a month doing what I love. But your state of mind is sending out contradictory signals because you're acting from, well, I'm not good enough for that. I'm not safe if I do that. I'm not worthy of that. Oh, I need money. So your state of mind cancels out the order with the universe, again, because your energy doesn't match. In order for you to place an order from the universe, you must energetically match what it is you want. So my advice to fix this is, first, identify where you are sending mixed signals. Second, start embodying the state of mind of already having what you want. So ask yourself, what is the state of mind I would have if I already had what I want? And do everything you can to stay in that state of mind. And strategy number 2 is going to help you with that. Strategy number 2 is align your identity. So as you can see here, I've got this version of you that's unhappy and broke, and we're jumping timelines or quantum jumping into the person that's happy and that makes a lot of money. So why does this matter? Why do we need to align your identity? Because you're trying to create a life from your current self-image that doesn't believe that what you want is what you deserve. Who you believe yourself to be doesn't match the version of you that would already have your desire. You can't have things you don't believe you deserve. If you don't see yourself as someone that gets the thing, then you won't, or you won't let it stick. So think about it. If deep down you believe that you're someone who struggles with money, how are you ever going to manifest abundance? If you see yourself as unlucky in love, how in the hell do you expect to attract your soulmate? You can't and you won't. In order to manifest what you want, you must act as if you are the person who already has it. So my advice to fix this, get crystal clear on who you need to become to have what you want. So I jokingly kind of drew that there's 2 versions of you. So you want to identify, what is this new version of me? And then once you do, start acting as if you are already this person who has what you want. And the simplest way to do that is upgrade your self-image daily through shifting your thoughts, your feelings, your actions by matching what they would be if you were already this person. And the third thing that trips most people up is something called subconscious resistance. So our third strategy is to clear subconscious resistance. So what happens here is that your conscious mind, which is this top half of the circle, wants the desire that you say you want. But your subconscious mind fears the consequences of getting the thing. Let me give you an example. What if I make more money and I lose it again? Oh no. Oh, what if success changes me and people judge me? What if I can't handle the pressure and the responsibility of getting my desire? What about the last time I tried and failed? And this resistance shows up as manifestation delays. And I like to call that, or otherwise known as, self-sabotage. I see this all the time. I've seen it in myself and in my clients and different people as well. We want success, but we're terrified of the responsibility. We want love, but we're scared of getting hurt. We want more money, but we're afraid of, oh, what if we lose it? Or what are other people going to think? Stop. We have to stop this. In order to get what you want, you must operate from a harmonious mental program, also known as state of mind. So my advice is, again, identify what you are afraid of about getting what you want. So is it, I'm afraid of being judged. I'm afraid of being rejected. I'm afraid of success. I'm afraid of failure. What is it? Identify that. Ask yourself. And then address those fears. My favorite way is to write them down. So journal about those beliefs and then write about the new beliefs that you want. And then lastly, reprogram your subconscious to see your desires as safe, normal, and beneficial by using things like visualization and getting in proximity with the people, the places, and the things that match what you want. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, be sure to check out my newsletter in the description. And I'm also taking on a few people this month to help them double or triple their monthly income using what we're talking about here today. If you'd like to learn more, check out the links in the description. Okay, so we talked about fixing your energetic contradictions, aligning your identity, clearing subconscious resistance, and that leads us to number 4. Eliminate lack consciousness. At any moment, we are in one or two states of mind. We're either in lack, aka scarcity, or hell, or we're in abundance, prosperity, or I'd also say like heaven, like heaven on earth state of mind. We can only be in one of those two states of mind at any given time. And the ironic part is that the problem people make with manifestation is they want something so bad that they end up creating lack, also known as scarcity consciousness, which causes or is preceded by neediness. When something feels like it's life or death to manifest, you operate from a state of mind based on the wrong side. You end up repelling things because you're coming from a lack state of mind. One that's based in scarcity, in doubt, and attachment to the thing, which tells the universe I don't actually have it, or I'm not worthy of it, or I'm not ready for it. This is like the annoying thing about the universe. When you need money, when you're desperate for it, you actually repel it. When you're needy for love, you push people away. And when you're attached to outcomes, you block the flow that would allow them to even come to fruition in the first place. In order to receive what it is you want, you have to stop repelling it, which means you need to stop being needy and start recognizing that scarcity, this other side that you can be in, is not a law, it's a lens. It's a way of seeing the world and perceiving yourself and others. The cosmic truth is there's more than enough of everything for everyone. Money, love, opportunities, success. Scarcity is an illusion. The only real scarcity is in your own perception, is you being on the wrong side of the energetic fence, so to speak. So my advice is this. First, the simplest to get from lack to abundance is to practice gratitude, because when we shift into a grateful state, it's like a light switch on the wall. So imagine this light switch is on the wall. We just draw a little light switch. We have this little switch. If we flip this thing up, what happens? The lights come on. And gratitude is that switch to shift us from lack to abundance instantly. So what that would look like is just practicing gratitude in advance for the things that you want to manifest. So it's like, I've talked about this in other videos. I really want a retreat center of my own. I want to reach millions of people. I want to drive a Mercedes C63S with red seatbelts, like random shit. So what I do is I just simply be grateful for them in advance. I have conviction that I will get those things. May not be right this second. It could be tomorrow. I don't know. But I act from a place of gratitude in advance. So when I pray, when I journal, just my general energy, I think about those things and I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, it's so sick to know, really know that those things are mine. And then secondly, I just kind of mentioned that, but we want to release attachment to specific outcomes or timelines. Like I said, I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, if it'll be in a year, in 10 years. I don't really care. The point is I already know in advance and have conviction that they're mine. So why does it matter when they come? We just got to operate from abundance most of the time, which is knowing, not thinking, knowing that there's more than enough for everyone and for you, and that you will get yours. In fact, the way I like to look at it is you already have. Time just hasn't caught up yet. And when we operate from that conviction, it will manifest. Okay, so hopefully today's video gave you a good idea on why your manifestations might have been slow up until now. And the unfortunate part is how all of them are of your own design. But the good thing is if you're the one causing it, you're the one that can fix it. You see, our state of mind is the only real bottleneck we'll ever have. As Bob Proctor famously said, you'll never be able to break out of a prison if you don't know you're in one. And as Morpheus famously said to Neo in the Matrix, that I'm now going to say to you, free your mind. Let today be the day that you break out of your self-imposed prison. If you're ready, I'm going to give you some game. And not only that, I'm going to make this so simple so you don't forget it moving forward. Here's what you got to do. Here's how to manifest exactly what you want faster than ever. Back to the windshield versus rear view analogy. You must make your windshield so compelling, so savory, and so exciting that you can't help but to stay focused on it. James Allen has a quote, "Your circumstances may be uncongenial, but they should not long remain so if you perceive an ideal and strive to reach it." So what he is saying is that your current circumstances may suck, but they won't for long, so long as you lock in on a brighter vision for yourself and your future. And then you stay committed to doing whatever it takes to manifest it. Not, I hope it happens. It's gonna happen no matter what. In other words, you must make your vision, your windshield, so compelling, savory, and exciting that you can't help to stay focused on it. A big, audacious, and inspiring vision is the missing ingredient for most people. It creates alignment, so we know exactly what to reprogram our default state of mind to. This makes it easy to clean up and upgrade our beliefs, our thoughts, our emotions, our self-image, and our behavior to match what it is we want. It creates clarity, so at all times you know exactly what it is you are wanting to manifest with specific detail. This makes it super easy to communicate to the universe exactly what it is you want. Similar to putting an address in your GPS. You'll get to where you want to go, guaranteed. Having a compelling, clear windshield or vision, if that's what you want to call it, also creates what Napoleon Hill calls a burning desire. So you have no choice but to obsess and persist. This makes it easy to make progress and to stay committed to the process. Again, manifestation speeds up when we step into the state of mind that matches our desired reality, which is simply our desired results. And to know which state of mind to step into requires us to be crystal clear on what our desired reality is in the first place. In other words, to have a crystal clear vision. So as Bob Proctor said, the reason people don't get what they want is because they're too mentally and emotionally involved in what they don't want, which is the past and all the shit that's happening right now that you don't like. Shift your focus to your vision and you will get what it is you want. Stay focused on it mentally, emotionally, and in the way you act, and it will happen. Because then the game becomes very simple. You simply align with the version of yourself that's already living your vision. You feel the emotions, you think the thoughts of that version of you in advance, and then you take inspired action and you behave as if you already are that person and you already have it. Because again, the minute you choose to be is when you do. Manifestation is an internal process more than it is an external process, because once you master the internal, the external must follow. Remember, you're never going to attract what you want. You're going to attract exactly what's normal and matches the state of mind you're currently in. The mind can either be a ceiling or the sky. It all depends on the state we condition it to be in. Bruce Lee, of all people, said it perfectly. Your state of mind is everything. So here's today's homework, if that's what you want to call it. Pick one thing that you've been trying to manifest, one thing you deeply want. Maybe it's more money, a new client, an opportunity, some form of outcome, whatever it is. And then honestly check your state of mind around the thing. How has my state of mind been around this thing? Am I stressed, desperate, doubtful? Am I avoidant? And then shift your state of mind by asking, if I already had that, what would my state of mind be? Write down the answer. And then what I did is I set a reminder on my phone every single hour to check myself and get back into that state. For me, that state of mind was confident, at peace, and grateful. So now every single hour of every day, I have the opportunity to check myself and check back into the state of mind that matches my desired reality. Give it a try. It's going to blow your mind. So the truth is, manifestation doesn't have to be slow. It happens as fast as we can maintain the state of mind that matches what we want. To think, to feel, and to act from that place in advance. When you shift your state of mind, the universe responds fast. The life that you want is not waiting for the right time, it's waiting for the right state of mind. The only thing standing between you and the life that you want is your current state of mind. If you shift that, everything else will follow. My friends, go manifest like a motherfucker. I believe in you. I trust that you'll take what you learned today and put it into action. Be sure to comment any takeaways or thoughts you have down below. And as always, subscribe if you found this video valuable. Maybe share it with a friend. Don't forget to check out my newsletter in the description. And if you are wanting to 2 to 3x your monthly revenue, I recorded a free training that I talked about the one shift that I made that more than tripled my monthly income. Both of those things, newsletter and that training, are in the description. And if you want, stick around because I'm sure you're going to love this other video I made about self-image. All right, family, much love as always. I'll see you in the next one.